What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the trades we end up taking on Friday, as well as the game plan going into this week. So on Friday was a really good day. We ended up catching that overnight short that I went over on Thursday, I believe. I told you guys that I was in a short overnight when I was making the video, and it was a banger trade. We ended up peaking up probably like almost 300 points, like 270, 280 points, and I sold most at that point, and I just had a runner that I was trailing, and I ended up getting trailed out of that. But the reason for that short, I mean, it was very simple. Again, we're going to pull up NQ real quick. I'm not sure if extended hours are on or not. No, I don't think they are. But again, it was very simple. We ended up coming up into this one fib level, which this is actually the wrong NQ chart. I'm looking for NQH. But again, it was just a short off of this upper level right up in here that we took overnight. And yeah, we hit the level. I went short. Actually, I think the extended hours are on because this is what I ended up taking. So we ended up hitting that level, went short, and you can see that was the Pico top right up in there. We just dumped all night pretty much, and yeah, we ended up dumping more throughout the day. But yeah, that was like I ended up trimming here at that 841 level. That was like almost 200 points, I believe. I think it was up like 150 when I trimmed. So right around like I think like 850 to 860 is when I took half off, and then I took a little bit more off on this dump right up in here. And then yeah, I mean, that was just it was a textbook move. Actually, no, this was intraday. My bad. I don't think this is. Maybe this isn't. Okay, yeah, this isn't the after hours. This is just the close, I think. So we ended up retesting it after hours, went short there, and we caught a like 260 point trade on Thursday night going into Friday. And then on Friday, it was a very simple day. All I ended up doing, very light day. I just grabbed QQQ puts at this fib level up in here at, let's see, I'm gonna try and find it. Where did we end up taking this? So right up in here, this retest of this 69.81 level, I ended up grabbing QQQ puts for the 6th, which is this Friday coming up. And yeah, I just held those throughout the whole day. NQ's been the weaker pair, so that's why I ended up taking NQ over just SPY, or taking QQQ over SPY. So yeah, you can see if we pull up again NQ real quick, big difference in how ES and NQ were moving. So went with NQ shorts, and yeah, those are up like 80% at the close on Friday, or into close on Friday, and then I'm still swinging half right now. So I'll have to see if this gap down holds overnight. If it does, great, I'll sell the other half at open. But yeah, I sold half for 50%. I was probably risking like 20% on the position. It was a super you know, high risk reward trade. I mean, if we gap down and hold this move, I mean, it's gonna be up like a 1 to like 5 risk to reward on that trade. So really good entry, and it was very simple. We just shorted the fib level, and then also on SPY, this is where it gets really good. I mean, we ended up holding this 50 SMA, getting back above it. So I ended up grabbing these somewhere like around this area when the when price was below the 50. And again, I still, you know, was liking the downside because we didn't cross negative yet. We're at a key fib level, so it was a really good risk to reward trade, because if we go and reclaim this 1050, you know, we're gonna really dump, and that's exactly what happened. Got a nice move here. I ended up selling half on this candle, and then we went a little bit lower, and obviously we were up like I think 80% on that move on QQQ, and we pulled back a little bit into the close on SPY. But yeah, again, futures are down a lot, so maybe we could get a nice gap down. These could be up like 150% maybe, and that'd be great. So that's pretty much what we did. There wasn't anything else I ended up taking. I didn't trade futures because I had a big you know, night overnight. So going into tomorrow, market still bearish. You can see 10 SPAs above the 50. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is with extended hours on, so it's a little bit this right side of the chart isn't gonna be like this. I'm actually gonna change this so you guys can see what it looks like. But yeah, we closed at a key pivot point there, or we pulled back into it at least. So let me see, show extended hours. Okay, maybe it is off. Okay, never mind, that's wrong. That is off. Okay, my bad. That's 3:30. I thought that was 4:30. But yeah, that's what we looked like at the close on Friday. And again, we closed at that key pivot point, 50 SMA. That's your major support here once we're crossed. And the gap down kind of makes sense. Hopefully it holds overnight, and these premiums see a spike. We are at a weird spot here. This 1 hour 50 is kind of rejecting a few times here, but if we gap down a lot, the main point is going to be the 4 hour 50, which isn't on the chart. Again, it'll depend what contracts we have, because if we gap down, we're going to be getting new contracts since it's Monday. So you're going to want to see, you know, what we look like on those higher time frame resistances, because that's where we are going to bottom out at. Like the 4 hour 50 is a big one. I'm not sure if it'll be a big enough move to see that, but that 2-hour 50, 4-hour 50, if we open near that, I'll be taking my profit. So that's pretty much what we did on Friday. Going into tomorrow, obviously we're gonna be bearish still, since we're on the cross on that 30-minute. If we get some sort of 0DT cross, some sort of reclaim on puts, that'd be great. But I'm kind of more interested in buying the dip. I'm not gonna lie. If we get a big enough drop, you're gonna want to look for this. Let's see. I really wouldn't say the 61.8. If anything, we get the 78.6 level. If we get that, you're gonna want to long that, because that'll be a significant drop. That'll be 1-2 fibs we'd break between. That'd be the third retest or third test. If we get that level, 100% grabbing longs, 10-point stop on ES, and I think that's a very, very high conviction trade if we get to that point. So that's what you're going to want to look for on the fibs. I mean, this could run like 44 points up to this next fib, so that's definitely a trade you want to look out for tomorrow. If we don't get this, then it'll probably be some sort of 0DT chart or some sort of retest on one of these fibs too short. But I'm not too interested in continuing to short yet, just because we kind of been in this shorting the rip mode a while, and when that happens, I feel like we're bound to eventually break out of this downtrend. So we're gonna have to see how we open up, how the day goes. But that 78.6 fib down here, that 68, 66 level, definitely on the lookout to long that. But yeah, that's the plan going into tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to learn, join the Discord down below. It's where I share all these trades, all the knowledge on the system, and what I'm doing. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm out. Peace.